So, a lot of people do not know this about me. My dad passed away at the age of 32, and he ended up leaving my mom as a widow with three little girls. And at the time, I was 4 years old. So, during my whole lifetime, my mom has told me stories about my dad. And one thing she always told me about was how he used to make her sit still at the kitchen table and have conversations of, if I wasn't here, what would you do? And whew, and from there, they would go through checking accounts, savings, what to do with the house, to sell the house, who to sell the house to, life insurance, 401k. My dad owned part of a plumbing business. So, okay, well, sell my half of the business. This is how much you should get. And the whole time, like, my mom was like bawling. Like, she's just like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, this is something that, I'm comfortable with. Everything's fine. But my dad knew, my mom was originally from New York. And so she moved to Georgia with my dad, and all she had was my dad down there and us, their children. And so he was like, if anything were to happen, like these are the blueprints to follow. If something happens to the car, go to this, go to this repairman, don't go to that repairman. Like, he would just iron out everything. And we're so grateful that he did, because we ended up needing all of those blueprints. Like, my mom always talks about how, because of the guidance that my dad gave her, she was able to make it through one of the worst times of her life. And the only thing that was missing that, they didn't really think of was the fact that my dad's family, they came to my mom, was just like, oh, well, you can, all the Bowers family we have a burial plot, and he needs to go here. And my mom knew that my dad wanted to be cremated, but at the time, all she did, she's just focusing on getting her life back together. So in regards to the funeral, the burial, everything, she was like, you guys do that. Like, that's not in my blueprint. And so this is where I feel like Us After Death does play a part, because I feel like this is that last little bit of the conversation that my dad had with my mom all those years. It's just like, he wanted to make sure that she wouldn't need anything. She didn't have any questions about anything. And this is the last little bit that, I felt like if he could have spared her from that conversation, he would have. And that's where Us After Death comes in, where we're able to give people the opportunity to plan ahead before the worst day in their life. And yes, you may have your life insurance and your, where your 401k is, you have your wills and your trusts, but the moment that the doctor walks in and says, okay, what do we do with the body? Everyone freezes. And from here, we give people the opportunity to say, you know what? Here's the plan. This is what's going to happen next. We've already bought our plots. We already know where, the ashes are going, which niche, what location. We have everything ready to go. And this is Us After Death is in honor of my mom and my dad. Thank you.